Addison, I don't think I've seen you this week except Saturday. You were serving. How did your school supply mission go? Do you have any figures or amounts? Did they tell you how much you raised or how many school supplies you were able to purchase? All right. Over here at the Priceful Dollar General store, they set up a booth there. As people came and went, they had hot dogs and drinks and so forth, and accepted. I didn't get to see you on the news that night. Were you on television later on that evening? Right. Can I have your autograph?
Sure.
I want to show you some things here. Come on down here, dear. We don't want to leave you out. Did you? Harper's in there. Come and join us. We're glad you're here too. You're a Tennessean, aren't you? Are you a Vol fan? Tennessee Vols? You get it. Those people are usually pretty rabid, so you haven't got it as bad as I've seen it. This is a bill of sale. For Terry Beth Evans. Actually, it's a birth certificate for Mimi. It doesn't say Mimi on here anyway. I can't find it. Whoever filled this out, this is a county document, the Center of Health Statistics. You used to have to go to the health department before you got married. I think people today have to have a mental exam instead, but they don't. This is Terry Bain, Terry Evans' birth certificate. It looks like the person who filled this out is about that far from illiteracy. It's very, very badly scribbled. Come here, Avery, get this. Show that to the other girls yourself. That's her birth certificate. That's Mimi's birth certificate. Show that to those other two ladies. You have a birth certificate. When a baby is born, they issue that and it's put on file at the county courthouse. You have a birth certificate. And not only so, you're going to need that birth certificate all through your life. You're going to have to prove that you can vote, or you have to get married, or you're going to get some insurance. There's a lot of things you have to sign up for, and Social Security things. They're going to say, we're going to need to have a birth certificate. That's my brother over there. He's my little brother. But when he played baseball, he was still about that big. And so everybody on his team was about that big, and he was that big. And so you know what he had to carry around with him everywhere that he played baseball? He had to carry his birth certificate with him everywhere. And they said, whoa, wait a minute, there's a giant on your team. And they said, no, here's a bill of sale. Here's Danny Glenn Bain. He was born in Pontiac, Michigan, and he's only 9 years old. And they said, okay, and so they had to carry that with him everywhere he went. Now, Carter, there's a video up there on the desktop called Jordan River or Baptism in the Jordan 2007. Click that and just let it run. Let's play that. There's no audio to it. The Jordan River runs along the eastern coast of the nation of Israel. It connects the Sea of Galilee with the Dead Sea in Israel. And so the Jordan River is where John the Baptist came baptizing people a long time ago. One of the people that John baptized in the Jordan River, right there, was Jesus. He baptized Jesus. Now these are some friends of mine. We all went to the Holy Land, or to Israel together. And there's a place right here where thousands and thousands of people every year go to be baptized. And so these people and the water's very cold and it's very dirty. They have looks like ascension ropes on. And they're going to crawl down there into the water in just a minute, and they're going to be baptized. Now, most of them, if not all of them, have already been baptized at their church or in some other river. They wanted to be able to tell everybody that they know that they were baptized in the same river that Jesus was baptized. Now, I have some Jordan River water at home. I have it in a bottle. I'm amazed that I was able to get that through customs, but I was. I said, I'm going to try this. I brought some water from the Sea of Galilee and some water from the Red Sea and from the Dead Sea. 3 or 4 bottles of water. If you kind of see them kind of clenched, it's very cold. I wasn't baptized there. That's Doug Reeves. And this is what baptism in the Jordan looks like. Very happy celebration. Now, while you're watching that out of the corner of your eye, now, this piece of paper is Terry Evans' birth certificate. But this is not what made her. This is not what created that little curly-headed baby. This is just the birth certificate. You know, we didn't say, well, we have a certificate now, and shake it and a baby fell out. No, it's just a certificate. It's just a piece. It's a legal document that states that she was born. It's got Bobby Ray Evans. Do you know who that is? Do you know who Bobby Ray Evans is? That's Papa. And it's got Beth Evans. Beth Owen Evans. That's Nana. That's Mimi's mom and daddy. So, that's what baptism is like. It's like the certificate of our new birth. It is a picture of what Christ has done for us. Now, I showed this to you about a month ago, a month and a half. I called it a license to fight. This is our marriage license. This is John Dennis Bain and Terry Beth Evans. When we got married, this is what they filed that at the courthouse too. Oh, we got all kinds of paper on us. And this is down at the Morgan County Courthouse, and it says that we were married by Reverend John Hamilton at the Flint Baptist Church on September the 3rd, 1976. That's our marriage certificate. But this is not what made us married. This is not what made us husband and wife. This is just a record that records that we were married. God is actually the one that made us one or joined us together as husband and wife. Let me show you something else. I don't wear a watch. I don't have a necklace around my neck. I don't have any earrings or a nose ring in. I don't have a filling ring. The only piece of jewelry I have is right here. Now, what I asked for Christmas last year was for this ring to be made bigger. I was afraid it was going to cut my finger off. It's been shrinking over the years. That's my wedding band. I've been wearing this, and it's the only jewelry I have. I've been wearing this wedding band for 46 years. Now, Terry gave this to me on our wedding day. She put it on my finger, and she says, better or worse? Boy, a lot that she didn't know. When people see this, they say, oh, he's married. Terry has a ring that I gave her. She has a ring. It's on the third finger of her left hand. Third finger, left hand. That's where a wedding band goes. That's where a marriage, a wedding ring goes. Now, this is not what made me married. When she put it on, that's not what made me her husband. When I put the ring on her finger, that's not what made me. Baptism is like a wedding ring. It's like the proof. It's evident. When people saw me baptized, that was my way of saying, I'm connected to Jesus. Because Jesus was baptized. Here's another certificate. Come get this, Addison, and show it to the other ladies there. This is a certificate of license. It was given on June 17th, 1973. That's when I was licensed by the Flint Baptist Church into the gospel ministry. This is when my home church licensed me to become a preacher. Later on, I was ordained, and I have a certificate of ordination to become a pastor. Now, this is not what made me a preacher, this piece of paper. God made me a preacher. God called me to be a preacher. See those people, how they're having such a good time, aren't they? That's what baptism was all about. It is the proof. It is an example. It's a demonstration. It's a picture. It's a symbol. It has great value and meaning. And it's a way of saying, Christ has cleaned me. He's washed me. He's immersed me into Himself. That's what baptism is. This is Johnny Tucker and his wife. That's Steve Tucker's brother and his wife. He was a minister of music for many years. I'm assuming he's retired by now. Even if they're even on this side, those are the Tuckers. And they were baptized in the Jordan River. When you become a Christian, Jesus has made a proposal to you. And He wants you to always fill your life with things, acts of obedience and acts of service, and to build your life around doing things so that other people will see and know that you belong to Jesus. One of the first things that every new Christian should do is obey the Lord's command to be baptized. I want you to think about that. That's what baptism is like. It's like the paperwork. It's like the demonstration. It's a most wonderful, beautiful picture of saying, this is what's happened to me. It's like the old Randy Travis song, down with the old man, up with the new, raised into newness of life. Well, I still love to watch and see people follow the Lord and obey the Lord and obey the Lord's commands. You know, wherever I go, every time I look at this hand and every time I see this ring, every time I reach down and feel it with my fingers, it makes me think of my marriage and the day I was married and my wife. And other people who look at me, they say, you know, that's just part of hair. He has a wife somewhere. They can tell that by looking at this ring. Every Christian should have their life filled with all the different things that are possible to say to everyone who wants to look, who will look, I belong to Jesus. All right? You think about that. Thank you for coming down to the front today. You can go back and sit with your folks. It's good to see all of y'all here today.